Hey, my name is Tony Stover. I've lost 75 pounds in the last 5.5 months with BFit. This is my story. I started this journey at 350 pounds. Before that, I had spent many years in the Army, and during my time in the Army, I was essentially just a power lifter. I was always living in the gym. I started working out when I was deployed in Afghanistan, and when I came back, I just had an addiction to it. I remember telling people I weigh about 200, but I could still bench press a car. Is what I used to tell people all the time. But after a while in the Army, we went through a series of events. We had a training accident that ended up killing one of my buddies, and it started to affect me negatively. I went through a depression stage, and I was deployed in Korea. And while I was in Korea, I had nightmares every single night almost. And those nightmares eventually ended up becoming just a dream that kind of changed my perspectives a little bit. And when I came back to America, I decided I was going to change my life. I ended up meeting my wife. I stopped everything I was addicted to, cigarettes and tobacco, all that. I quit everything, and just got right with my life, with my family, and with the Lord. And after a few years, I was living the married life. We were happy. We were having kids. We have one child who's severely autistic, my son Declan. He's such a joy, but raising a kid who's autistic, it's difficult, especially during those really young, like toddler years. My wife and I, we didn't sleep. We were both sad. We were both depressed. We both went through just honestly a really awful time. Didn't take away from the love of our kid, and never will, but it's just not easy. We like to be honest about that. Then we had our daughter. He grew up a little bit. We got his diagnosis, and things started going in the right direction. And then my wife ended up with stage 2 breast cancer, and that was, for me, kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back, as one would say. I got angry. I got sad. I got depressed, and I tried to hide it all when I was around her and when I was around family. And I quite literally stuffed my face full of food to shut myself up. Because if I didn't, I was going to be a hateful, sad, depressed wreck. And I blew up. There was one point in my life that I was trying to lose weight after my son was born. But then I ended up kind of getting it back a little bit during his time. And then I got up to, while my wife was going through breast cancer, my highest I ever weighed, as I said before, was 350 pounds. I got to a point where I looked in the mirror, and it's funny to say, but I couldn't see my sides because the mirror got too small. And that just puts into perspective what I saw when I looked into the mirror, and I'd had enough. The opportunity came. A friend of mine, I'll say his name, Jermaine, sponsored me in the BFit program, and the past 6 months have just been honestly the most enlightening 6 months that I've ever gone through. Even though I was a heavy power lifter, and I was this guy that lived in the gym, and I was eating fairly well then, what I didn't realize back then was just keeping track of your calories when it comes to losing weight is just simply not enough. I could count calories all day, but I still was taking in the wrong stuff, and I didn't know it until I started BFit. Nick was teaching us all sorts of things about macros, and I'd heard of macros, never got into the research behind it because I always thought it was just too much. I thought it was mad science. as some scientist sitting behind his deck with his crazy hair, you know, just going nuts, counting everything. And I didn't want to look at the back of nutritional facts and have to keep track of all those numbers. But little did I know that counting your macros is just keeping track of 3 of them: your protein, your carbs, and your fat. And once he taught us that, it opened up this new door in my mind that it wasn't that hard to keep track of. In fact, I don't even count my calories anymore. I just track my macros. As long as I hit my protein goal and I stay under my carb cap and I stay under my fat cap, then my calories will count themselves. And I don't have to worry that much. And it's worked. I've done it incredibly well, even through some health problems that I've gone through in the past 6 months. I haven't been to the gym since February because I've just been dealing with some autoimmune issues that we're still trying to figure out to this day. But macros count. Counting your macros works. I'm a silly guy, so I'm gonna say it in a silly way. If you're sitting around feeling like a deflated beanbag chair, sitting on your couch, just shoving the food back, not taking care of yourself, but wanting to also be healthy, listen, the time is now. Nick always told us a quote that he got from Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, for those who like wrestling, that it's either day one or one day. Don't choose one day. One day is always going to be tomorrow, and then the next day it's going to be tomorrow again, and tomorrow turns into a year from now. That one day is going to be too far. Choose day one, I promise you. July 1st, for only $500, you're going to get 3 months of one-on-one coaching with Nick, and he's going to teach you everything. You can do this. Come on.